That was the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Hey, but if you cannot satisfy as the man, figure it out. They got all types of stuff.
Please don't say nothing that she just said. No.
It's that CTE you got acting up. Yeah, let's talk.
They never ran out of soap. You want some hand sanitizer, but you're not washing your behind.
That's for sale.
Down, shaking together, shall men give unto your
You ain't pressing.
Just think to yourself, hey, might not even last. Maybe that'll make you feel better at night.
Who's talking?
Got all types of stuff.
And that's my
Figure it
final
out.
word.
My goodness, man. What's going on, family? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Y'all excuse my edges. Excuse my edges.
Excuse mine too, boy. My edges. It ain't what it's supposed to be. It ain't what it's supposed to be.
My edges been years ago.
I
was in a meeting yesterday, and the woman said, "Let's pray on the way out." And she was praying good, y'all. I mean, the Lord was present in the room. I'm listening, and she said, "God, you know every hair on our head. You even know the ones that are already falling out." I came immediately out the street. I just
we can't have no hair stuff. Not after what we all witnessed, all right? No hair stuff. All right. You can't
what type of prayer was this? So anyway, she was like, I mean nothing by it, but I came out the street on it.
Yeah, the songs say, we take it to God in prayer. Except that. We
don't want no hair stuff.
No, sir. No, sir.
That's wild. Well, yeah, I think this is our first time hanging out with you guys in about a week. So a lot has went down since then. The last time we spoke with y'all, the conversation must have been good, because I promise you, y'all been on us since. You talk about getting phone calls and messages. I've been getting messages, DMs. Matter of fact, I had some of y'all literally walk up on me and pull me to the side on Sunday.
Let's do a public service announcement. And for everybody, I mean, most of you guys are that go to Lively Stone in person on Sundays. For those of you that watch Sticks and Stones, let's be clear. Sundays are very busy. Sundays are very, very busy. And to pull us to the side to have a conversation, unless we willingly engage in it, you should understand that you're probably taking us away from something important. Somebody's probably on fire, and we have to put it out. And because you didn't get your comments out in the comment section, which we wanted you to do in the first place, now somebody is burning because you held your peace. We don't need that. All right, keep it in the comment section. Keep it in the comment section.
No, guys, you don't have to keep it in the comment section, because they decided when I wasn't here a few weeks ago. Hello, Faye. When I wasn't here last week, because Tony decided to text who I believe to be my co-workers, which is very unprofessional, and tell them that he didn't want me to, work or something last week. They decided to tell you guys about it. Well, as a result of that, many of you have been texting me and saying, "Hey, Erica, give me a call when Tony says it's okay." I don't like it. Okay, I do not have to get permission to use the phone or anything like that. Tony was looking out for me, was concerned that I had been running on fumes, and so he came with this whole thing. But because they put y'all out there, people been calling me all week. So don't worry. If you see them approach them like y'all approached me, walk up to them and say something. Okay? Hi, Mama Baka. Love you.
Hey, Mama Ball. Yeah, we're firmly on him.
Say hello, sons, and not say nothing to me. What about me?
Hey, Erica. It's okay. It's all right. You just got back. Chillax, okay? You just got back. It takes a while. It's gonna. Oh. She said she was waiting on you to stop talking so that she could talk to you. That's what it was.
Fine. I won't say that the rest of the week. Forget
Mm-hmm. No.
Hi, Mama. Hi, Brother Elton. Hi, Mama Elton.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mama Baka. You right. I'm a hush.
I love the fact that he texted us and it was right. He did right, and we just came in agreement with the head of your household and said that she can't come on. That's what we did. That's all we did. We just came in agreement. That's it.
Hi, Mommy.
I mean, at the end of the day, we all on the same team, E. We all on the same team.
You right.
Yeah, we care about you. And when the person that is your other half says you can't be on, you can't be on. E. That's it. You can't be on. There's plenty of times where Soraya has told me I can't be on, and guess what? I wasn't on. I wasn't on.
Yeah, wouldn't know. Well, we need to do introductions right now so people know who we are.
Yep.
Ladies first.
All right, so my name is Erica, aka Grace Girl. I do my very best to find space for grace in the place. I'm very happy to be here tonight. So happy to see all of you. And I'm ready to get into some good conversations, y'all. Let's make that happen.
All right, my name is Lee. 3 letters, 2 of them are the same. Very excited to share the screen with Grace Girl and Zoe with the bad edges, and we gonna make it do what it do here. I'm so excited to have Eon. I mean, we've been missing her takes. We've been missing her, her energy. That's what I came for the energy. That's all I came.
I'm gonna do good tonight. I'm gonna be so good. Y'all gonna be proud of me. Why?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. By 7:15, she's going off. All right, go Zoe.
My name is Zoe. And as promised, what I am going to do to try to better have a better introduction. I told you guys I am going to try to share with you guys the funniest thing that I saw today. And the funniest thing that I saw today actually comes from Kev on stage. And he did a video about how black people feel when they go to Cracker Barrel. So I'm going to share the video with you guys so you guys can watch. This is Kev on stage talking about how black people feel when they go to Cracker Barrel.
Still walking into Cracker Barrel. Finna go into Cracker Barrel and have me some breakfast. You a long way from home, boy. What you doing around these parts here, black boy? You looking for Obama? Well, he ain't gonna find him around here. You gonna get some biscuits and gravy, fried chicken, and watermelon, son. Hey there, boy. What you doing over there by that candy? NASCAR. You don't belong around here, I guarantee you that. What you doing around here, black man? Got razor bumps. Ain't told ain't for you, boy. Boy. You is black. NASCAR, Eagles. I get the grandma sampler with the country ham and hash brown casserole. Eggs over medium.
And you're okay with the bacon and sausage as well?
Yeah, bacon and sausage is fine.
You said over medium, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
NASCAR, Eagle.
Ridiculous.
You got the grandma special.
You just got to get seated. That's the thing. That's the thing. Whatever. You just got to get through that traumatic experience before you get seated. Once you get through there, you good. You golden. You eating good, but you got to get through all that stuff first. I understand.
Your kids though, because your kids don't let you rush through there. They are fascinated by
with everything
in that annex, and so they're like, "Before we leave, can we come back here and get candy?" I'm like, I just want to go straight to that podium and sit down. Like, please. It's the rocking chairs outside. It's just so much.
NASCAR eagle.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff going on in there, man. Like you probably if you black and they got a long wait at the Cracker Barrel, you might as well wait in your car.
You really, yeah.
You might as well just wait in your car. You know, just no.
It's the thing. The thing with the restaurant.
Save yourself some mental capacity and just
They
wait.
said she hate walking in, but it feels like Clanland, but the fried apples are anointed.
They're anointed by God.
Not only the fried apples, man, like the whole breakfast menu. The whole
bits of breakfast in that place.
right. I mean, somebody some type of way was praying when they cracked them eggs. All right, no, they was praying.
Somebody was in the spirit on the Lord today when they made the meats and they passed.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's just enough crisp on the pancakes that say, who doing this? What's out
And that's why we keep going back. That's why we got to keep going back. We don't like staying. We don't like waiting and stuff like that. But you know what? Let me go back and get this pancake, grandma's pancake breakfast.
Funniest thing I saw today. So we gonna get to it now. Like we said before, he hasn't been on in a while. So we want to give Erica an opportunity to comment on the last thing that we talked about, the last conversation that had y'all pulling us to the side, emailing and sending DMs. And that was the conversation about why marriage looks so bad. So we want to give Erica a chance to talk about it, just to give some context for those who are new to the conversation. The conversation that we had last week was, why does marriage look so bad? And it stemmed from a post that was on Reddit. So I will share the post with everybody just so you can see it again. The post that says, I don't think I want to get married. Marriage just looks like it sucks. All of my life, my parents have just seemed not really happily married. And I noticed that almost all marriages have striking issues at hand, and they just don't seem to enjoy each other's company anymore. Note that this person put each other's as one word. Definitely a typo. I just don't know if marriage is for me, because it seems like you settle down with someone you love only to be pulled apart gradually. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just my observation, I suppose. So that post kind of jump-started this conversation with us last week. Erica, the floor is yours in your response to this conversation.
First of all, thank you for letting me weigh in on this. I think that the person who wrote the post was very careful to make sure that everyone understood they sandwiched it in by letting us know this is my experience. This is how I see things. This models the marriages around me, starting with my parents' marriages and then looking around at others. And the person even says at the end, maybe it's me, maybe it's my perspective. And so I don't think I can argue with that at all, because again, it's the writer's perspective. I will say though, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Faye. We'll get to this later, but Zoe and Reddit, it doesn't feel good. Okay, when I see that he's pulling things from there, my heart sinks, because it is literally rummaging around in the trash, and I don't like it. Okay. However,
you would be surprised at all of the crazy things.
This is a mild post found, so I can address it. I will say though, hey Didi, I will say, guys, that I can see where the person is coming from. I see what they are saying. I think that unfortunately, people are really used to, have become accustomed to people showing the good points of their relationships or their lives in general on social media. Nobody really posts, and for good reason. Yeah, we had an argument today and this person sucks. I don't want to be around them or whatever. People usually post the good stuff. So when you're up close and personal with someone, take a snapshot of them at a weird time, you might feel like they don't enjoy each other's company. You might feel like, all is lost, whatever. I think the only people that kind of can speak to if marriage is worth it are married people, because they're in it. And I think it's really hard. That's like somebody saying, I don't see how anybody can be an entrepreneur. You never know when you're going to get paid. Some days you have a good quarter, bad quarter, good week, whatever. Someone else say, I don't know how somebody can work a 9 to 5 all their life. I mean, you have no freedom. You're like chained to that job and whatever. But everybody can find pros and cons to the things they've decided to commit to. And I think that only the people in that position can say if it's worth it or not. I still think that marriage is one of the most beautiful things God created. I enjoy a great marriage. I know I get on Tony's nerves all the time. The feeling is quite mutual. But I cannot see myself doing life with anybody else, and it feels great to have a life partner. I joke with my single friends all the time. I say I wouldn't choose to go back to being single for nobody. So enjoying it, having a life partner is great. But I do hope that I'm modeling a marriage before my kids that they would someday want to emulate. And when I know I'm blowing it with them, I'm quick to go and talk to them about it and apologize, because I don't want them to think that toxicity and all that weird stuff is the norm. But I hate that people feel this way. I know a lot of people that are like, I'm not getting married. It's too bad. And we have a lot of divorces happening now that are like long. The Pujols has just announced that they are divorcing. You've been married a long time, 20 years, 25, 30 years, and they're like, I'm done. So that's really sad, for me. But I still think marriage is a good risk.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Pujols, when he left here, signed for 10 years, $250 million. So if my math is correct, half of that is $125 million. Now, I've been sad, but I've never been sad with $125 million. Now, maybe they.
No, I like about you. See, you let me say what's in my heart and do the right thing, and then you're taking it, you're trying to take me off. But I was told that
I'm just saying, with this one is easy. I don't need a counselor. I don't need a Bible. I just need a calculator. The calculator will tell you.
What about the children and all of that?
The children can count too. The children can count too. They can count count all the way to 125. Then put million on that, and that's how much she's getting. Okay, so she can dry her tears with $100 bills. Okay, so what I'm saying is on the post on the post, the person that wrote it, they were like, people settle down with people that they love only for it to tear apart. Well, again, to me, that's where you went wrong, because love is like the base level of what it requires to be married. Like, that's like the lowest of low. Like, that's like me saying, I want to open up a shoe company. Mm-hmm. Well, what qualifies you to open up a shoe company? I got shoes. That's the lowest. That's okay. I mean, everybody got love. Everybody got love. Like, this person love this part. Like, that don't mean you should be married. So a lot of times people don't really subscribe to the actual requirements in order to be married to another person and for it to be fruitful, because there's this Disneyfication of like what marriage actually is. Like, you're supposed to get married, and y'all supposed to be happily ever after, and you're supposed to float on clouds, and he's supposed to have a 7-figure job, and she's supposed to talk to animals and all that type of stuff. That's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. Because all these Disney princesses have animal sidekicks.
What you mean?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what people think what marriage is supposed to be. And then when you look at real marriages and that's not that way, it's like, oh, that looks like it sucks. Well, okay, you might be looking at two things. You might be looking at something that ain't your business, right? I mean, that might be the case. And then another thing is you might be looking at something from the wrong viewpoint, because a lot of times I have known some couples, like some older couples, to be honest with you, Disney and bamboozle. Oh yeah, they'll make you rethink some things. But go ahead. You was about to say something.
I'll say real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If this comes out, y'all know they got it from here because I ain't heard nobody say this. I would love for someone to produce an animated film called Happily Ever After, where we actually see how these princes and princesses navigate their real lives.
I'm pretty sure most of them would be bananas.
So this side, even when the Disney princesses have been accosted or vilely disrespected, they get this weird cry tone in their voice, and I'm like, oh, that's not fair. That's not what it's like, girl.
Talk about that's not fair. Get your self out of here. How do you stay mad? Like Rapunzel has never talked to nobody in her life. Like never talked to nobody in her life.
Marriage from that.
How, Sway? So y'all supposed to, oh well, it wasn't like this back in the tower. You mean with you and your lizard? It was nobody there. Like how was you gonna get married to somebody else? Snow White been asleep. It's like
for years, and she
how
wake up and know how to engage. And when she last time she was awake, she was with 7 dudes.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I don't understand why people can think that that's happily ever after. That is headed for a train wreck. They stopped the movie before it became a tragedy. They stopped it.
And most of them got no fathers.
Nope.
So y'all, somebody gonna steal this idea, Doc. But somebody needs to do a film. Okay, you're right. Brother Elton, we coming right back. We went down a rabbit hole. We coming back. We just talking about that. We joking, but people have
It's serious though.
Need to influence how they choose mates, what they look for in a mate, all the things. So
don't get me started, First Lady. First Lady, do not get me started.
Mama, why do you want to? Okay.
Don't get us started, all right? Because I was having a good day.
When I look at this, all I see is Mama Sonia with a grenade pen in her teeth.
It's like, beat your heart out.
The whole deal between Prince Harry and Meghan upsets me to this day.
All the time.
You mean to tell me that you was dating this man and you had no idea who he was?
Like this.
You ain't know you was dating the Prince of England?
You couldn't curtsy?
I'm gonna go now.
You couldn't curtsy.
Tony,
this man a whole prince and you can't curtsy?
Tony, text him now. Text him now.
No. Bruh, YouTube it. Right, YouTube it.
Right now.
Both of you are idiots. Both of you. First off, again, you gonna bring her into royalty ignorant. You gonna bring her into royalty and she don't know the customs and courtesies of the land.
Thought it was something like being in Hollywood because she had been, slightly famous.
You in Hollywood and you don't know how to curtsy. You ain't never had to take a role.
Exaggerating what she said. Her point was
she was not exaggerating. She did not know how to curtsy.
You did this.
No, this is what it is. But we talking about marriage, right? We talking about marriage. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. The base level is love. That's basic. Okay. Everybody got love.
You say it's basic like that. I don't like it.
It's basic, like at the base. BASE. At the base of this house that you call a marriage is love. It's in the basement. It is not the thing. It is the basement. It's the basement. Now the foundation is important, but that ain't what's keeping your house up. All right, that's not what's going to keep you together for years and years to come. Everybody's got love.
The foundation is what remains when the house burns to the ground.
The house
right,
burned down.
Right, but it's still a burning house. It's still a burning house.
You're not gonna drive down the street. You know how they have them tornadoes and stuff. They do tornado relief. You're not gonna drive down the street of all the houses that got torn down from the tornado. You got wood all over the place. Roofs came down. You're not gonna drive down the street and say, "Well, that's a nice foundation." You're not gonna do it.
Nope.
The house
Still,
is still on the ground.
the house is torn down, and this is what we do. We do this all the time because, again, we evaluate relationships by the basic stuff. Love is not the what's going to keep you together. Love is great. Love is awesome. You need it. You need it. I promise you need it.
Yes.
But what about the other stuff? How about go ahead?
I agree. I'm gonna go on record and say this. I agree with you. I agree.
That's all we needed.
I think love in a marriage is like babies when they're born. I believe God makes babies cute because He knows y'all
All
about
babies
to
ain't
spend
cute.
21 years.
All babies ain't cute.
So to you. God makes babies adorable to the parent because I believe He knows that you have just given birth to a lifetime of interesting growing sessions. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting growing sessions. All
Of your life.
right. That's what you.
Even if they have left your home and supposed to be out in the world. Listen. And I think love is like that for marriage. It's really
Love is the ugly baby that they think is cute.
No, Zoe. No, Zoe.
Stop it.
All right. First off,
Yeah, I'm trying to
first off, Zoe, you can't use them little crack babies that you talking about when you talking about these babies. Most babies, in terms of the visual appearance, actually looks good. Okay, most of them once they grow into their face and they lose that grayish tint, right? But I get what E is saying because the visually it looks good because of what it produces and what it's going to produce, right? So the love, if you have love for another person, just out of that relationship, all love brings pain. Okay, all love brings pain. Now, the degree in which pain you are to endure is depending on how much you love the person. So a marriage is, hey, I'm with you forever and a day, till death do we part. It's saying that there's no greater love that I can give a person than what I'm about to give this person, which means they are about to inflict pain on you that has never been inflicted ever in life to you because you ain't never been married before. All right, there's going to be some buttons that they push that you didn't even know you had. All right, there's going to be some buttons, there's going to be some proclivities, there's going to be some preferences that like you didn't even know you liked crispy bacon until she made floppy bacon, and then now y'all got to fight. That's the type of stuff that you didn't even know you wanted your toothbrush on the left side until she put it on the right side, and now y'all got to fight. Like there's so much stuff that goes into doing life with another person, and we're not even getting to the big stuff like kids and the finances and stuff like that. But we're not getting into that stuff. But there are so many decisions that have to be made over the course of a relationship, of a marriage. That
you're agreeing to marry 10 people. That. You're actually agreeing to marry 10 people because there's like wedding day person, and then there's like unemployed person because of unnecessary, unthought of hardship, and then there's grieving person, and then there's a father, and then you become a mother, and then there's broke person. There's I've been laid off. There's I quit because I'm a creative person now. There's so many people that you agreed to marry. So I'm not trying to.
You in a polyamorous relationship with all these people, all of them.
But no, you have loved yourself through all the many people you transformed into, right? And you have to give it up on you. Perhaps you can just share that love with someone else. So it's a beautiful thing.
Zoe's not getting married. Zoe has been traumatized. Zoe is not getting married. Zoe is saying that's for the birds. Y'all can do it.
No, but also, you know who else shows up? You then marry someone who becomes all of a sudden over time they become a better communicator. You get someone who is matured and they ask better questions. They think before they speak. You know, you meet all these people, all of them.
That's a lot of people, Eric.
What?
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
And you got to answer every single one. Yeah, you got to talk to every single one. So like I said, it's a polyamorous relationship with the same person.
And when you divorce them, you divorce 25 people.
All of them jokers. You divorcing all of them.
I'm leaving all y'all.
That's true. It's true. Everybody is like 12 different people all on the same day. You don't know. You don't know. But
Yeah,
that's what.
He did say crack babies. I wish he had.
Look. I was coming at the fact that Fonzo was like all babies ain't cute. If a baby is not as visually appealing as some other babies, most times it's not that baby's fault.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Right.
Most times, not that baby's fault. Now I use the term because y'all can understand what I'm saying.
I want to talk to you, Mom. I love y'all. Don't get mad. Don't call me. I'm glad I ain't in the same room so you can't walk up on me. I question some of you moms how y'all feel about y'all sons by the way you shaped their head or didn't. I don't know what happened. You just side and sleep on the other side. And now they head shaped like a oblong foot. I don't know.
They look like one of them peanut people from the Proud Family movie. That's what they look like. All right. They got that little divot in the middle, and then they got it's look like a little foot. Yeah, that's what.
They're shaped like parallelograms, and you say you love your child.
You just said parallelograms?
Yeah.
Parallelograms, yep.
You say love, a lifelong, love is the lifelong obstacles and victories for embrace. That's exactly it. You got the obstacles right along with the victories, and they're beautiful. You face them head on, and you come out better on the other side of every one. If you hang in there, you can. I think you can.
But don't marry off of love. Like don't love is the basic stuff. It's not that ain't gonna keep you together. You can love somebody and then you can love somebody and it go horribly wrong. You know what? I'm pretty sure we just talked about the pool host. I'm pretty sure they still love each other. Yeah. All right. Pretty sure they still love each other.
Came out and said if I wasn't having a brain surgery right now, which I'm gonna just leave it right there.
Mm-hmm.
She said if I wasn't having the brain surgery right now, I would be there to support him when we walk out on that field in St. Louis. She said, I still have love for the man, and that's beautiful. You you leave me while I'm getting my brain cut on. Don't worry about it.
I think she filed for divorce. She filed for divorce.
Did she?
Yeah, she filed for divorce. Huh?
Oh, he did.
No, I think she filed. But you know what happens? And this is another thing. We could talk about this on another show. Let's talk about this Megan Good stuff. Because, we was one of those people that said, like, okay, Devon Franklin and Megan Good, oh my gosh, their relationship goals. They put out a book called The Wait and stuff. And they did this whole Christian tour, right? They did this whole Christian tour. A couple years later, my girl, they divorced, and she is now dating a dude called Disaster.
Well, she changed her name for that.
She changed her name, right? But she is dating literal Disaster.
Her name is Miss Good if you're nasty. That's her new name.
Miss Good, yeah, that's her new name. That's on the back of the jersey. That's on the Miss Good if you're nasty. That's what she said first.
And she even went and found a disaster.
She went and found a disaster, right? A nasty disaster. So you know what? This is what I need people to chime in on this because I have mixed emotions about this. I have mixed emotions.
Okay, what do your emotions mean?
First off, I am one of the few lucky people. I got to meet Devon. I want to say 2016. 2016, back when he was like, you know, people were just finding out that he was an exec at Sony and stuff like that, and his movies was blowing up and all. They was just finding out about him, but because I was already like studying films, I knew of him. So when we went to LA, we got to meet him in his office and we got to talk, and it was great. Like Devon, I really like Devon Franklin, the person.
I met him too. He's fantastic. Great guy.
I really like Devon Franklin. Okay. Now, if you tell me that his wife and him got married off of irreconcilable differences, I don't get in people's business like that. But I have a question about what differences are.
You gotta go.
Because what he has been consistently consistent through this whole thing.
If nothing
Nothing has changed with him. But now there's a difference. What happened? That's the question that I got. Because now she's dating Disaster. What changed? What happened? Who? Any takers? No.
So what happened?
What happened, Zoe? Like, do you know? I need to figure this out because there is no way you can tell me that she can be married to Devon Franklin, right? Who, again, I have never heard in terms of who he is as a person. Now, movies is another thing, but who he is as a person, I've never heard anything disparaging that would tell me that she would go from him to Disaster.
She went from Mrs. Franklin to Miss Good if you're nasty.
Can you please stop?
A nasty Disaster. This is why people don't like marriage. Because we do stuff like this.
Stupid.
We do stuff like this.
Do you guys think, you're right, we don't know. We can only ask questions. So here's the question I have. Do you guys think that perhaps Mama Sonia all day long walking around in the army base, and I wish you would stop.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. That's Disaster with a Z, First Lady. That's a Z. That's a Z. He spells his name D-I-Z, Aster.
Possible? Is it possible that some people, I ain't gonna say women, some people, yeah, this works for men and women. Some people want the morals and character and value systems of people who are godly, but they really don't want the life or the lifestyle or
you want the appearance of godliness, but denying the power thereof. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. You don't want the power with it.
The form of it, but
right.
Not the power.
That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that because many interviews that she has had have been, talking about how she gets back to her, her sexuality and doing roles that are more what she calls free, and like she felt like she was being.
That's true.
Being, closeted or limited, restricted, or these kinds of things. So, do you just think that, that the Pretender? I mean, I don't know. I'm asking that the Pretender relationship was her, because if he's been nothing else, he's been consistent. I know Devon Franklin is new on the scene to some folks, but it's character, even how he came to work at Sony, all the things. He's consistent. He's been
consistent. You're right. I think you're right. I think that you said Pretender in the relationship. I'm sorry. I wouldn't say Pretender. But hey, it's not far off from what I would say. But I think that there is a type of attraction to being the good girl, or being the person with morals, or being the moral authority on somebody, and then to be hooked up with that person, to be in that space, I believe is just an attraction, just like people like you, some girls who have gone to church, like they say that they called to be a first lady. You know, they see the seat, they see the influence and say that they want it. But again, and she said she wanted to do more roles and whatnot and stuff like that. So really what it boils down to, and this is what, like, he filed for divorce. So to me, he's doing this. It wasn't just that he had changed, she changed, and he's doing this again, covering the same one, like the one that he was called to cover, his wife. He's covering her out of the relationship as well, so that people won't come back to her and say like, well, she's about no. Say he filed for divorce, which could have been prevalent in the Pujols thing too.
So we don't know yet.
But even still, really, we just been too nice with this. We've been too nice with this. It's just in this case, First Lady, it was bad girl attracted to the good boy, right? And by her own admission, you know, like he's been this way, and then she didn't even show up to, I guess, the settlement hearings. Is Zoe texting during the show? Y'all had a whole episode about choir members who on. Oh wow!
Oh wow! Well, first
See
of all,
there?
okay, wait, Mama. I don't know if it's Mom or Papa Elkins. I just want to say really quick that when Joe often is on his phone, he is either doing comments in the comments section, he's regulating comments on both ends, or he's texting us or trying to find some sort of image. I mean, I'll let him speak, but I just know he uses that for work. So
So go ahead. Let the people know. Let the people know what you was doing. Let them know. Give them receipts. What you doing? What you doing?
Here's the deal, right? So a little inside. Since we want to ask insider questions.
No, we know.
A little inside. You know how they brought up Miss Good If You're Nasty, and then I popped the picture of Miss Good If You're Nasty.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have these pictures on standby, right? So I'm constantly using the internet to find and pull content so that we can have visuals to the things that we are speaking of. So currently, as we are talking about who filed for said divorce, I am now Googling who filed for said divorce so that we can have accurate information.
Yes.
Yeah, just keeping us on track.
Now, Sticks and Stones hasn't yet hired a researcher. Our researcher is out on maternity leave right now. So we just messed up in that we didn't hire someone to stand in as her presence. So we will work on that. They want to
handle your business.
They miss you. They want to hear your take on what we're doing, because in all essence, we won't be satisfied as co-hosts or members of this Sticks and Stones family until you have found somebody. Because I believe that you can find true love, and not love alone, but commitment and enjoy a beautiful marriage. So we don't want to scare you off, and we want to keep you engaged so that we know.
You want to scare me off?
We don't want you to say, you know what, marriage is for buzzards, and I'm out of here. we want to be here we want you.
Not the birds, the buzzards. It's for the buzzards. It's not just for the birds. It's for the lowest.
So I mean, okay. So my thing is, I think society, and I said this last week, I think that society has a very interesting look on marriage, because if we just look at the world in general, the things that are being done in marriages are things that are being done in normal relationships, right? So you have people that are living with their significant other. They're already doing things that marriages do, but they're doing the same thing without that extra level of commitment. So like there's always a safety net, if you will, right? There's always at any point in time I can bounce, and I'm good, right? I'm not hurting for nothing. I'm not obligated to nothing. Like at any point in time I can bounce. So they're getting all the same benefits of a marriage, but they don't have the same commitment. And and less legally that they're bound to. So it's like to a lot of people out there in the world now, it's like, what's the point? Like honestly,
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, Faye. Get out of here. You know, all right, Faye, get out of here. But
Where did that come from? I need somebody to call somebody. The older states, y'all, somebody let us know when they get stacking up.
I don't know. It's been like it's been there like that since the day for forever. But here's my thing. This is like a lot of people have that mentality.
I just want to make sure that to come forward with information. It was Albert Pujols that filed for divorce.
Right.
Okay, I thought that's what I thought. I thought it was.
And again, we don't know. I don't know the particulars of that case, but I do know. But I do know that they still have love for one for the other. Because I know that he was just in a recent interview when he came back to the St. Louis and he had honored his wife or his soon to be former wife. But so this thing though where people have this out clause. To me, I turn that. So if we're gonna use the house analogy, that means like you built the house, right? But because you don't really want to be, you claustrophobic, you don't want to be in the house, you leave the door open so that you can leave anytime you want to. The problem with the door being open is that not only can you leave, it means other people can come in, right? So the thing that you believe gives you peace also can be the instrument for chaos in whatever you want to be. So if you want a relationship, you want a committed relationship, but I don't want to do all that stuff with marriage and all that type of stuff. I just want to be in a committed relationship. I can live with the girl. We can do whatever. Why? And again, this is not biblical. I'm just saying practicality. This is what they think. But I'm saying like practically, it doesn't make sense because again, you leave the door open so that, okay, well, y'all not married, right? Y'all not married. So legally, if this girl goes out and she sleep with all of 10th Street, there's nothing that you can do. Like, there's nothing that you can do as far as like, hey, like that's all it is. Like, is what it is. But like,
wait,
if you have a legal commitment to the person.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Erica.
What? What happened?
He said sleep with all of 10th Street.
Should I pick the different number? Should I pick? No, I'm doing it. Hey, if she sleep out, if he go, and like knock down everybody on the like that's west of the river, then again, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You don't have a committed You're not in a committed relationship, even though you wanna form your mind to believe that's what you're doing, right? So if you leave the door open for that, people can come in, take whatever they want, put their feet up on your table, kick your dog, and you can't do nothing about it because that's the way that you set up your house. So if you have that back door open, think it not strange for you to find somebody else in your house.
Are those with the I've been absent, so I don't care. We only got a few minutes left. House with no door at all. Then you might have somebody come in the month of August and destroy your property. Next thing you know, you come around in April, you slapping folks.
Woo! I like what she did. See, that's why I fool with you, E. I miss this energy. I'm tired of I'm the only one throwing cracks and they over there.
I don't know what we're doing. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't even put a door on the house.
You ain't got no doors nowhere. No back. The windows is open.
Forget an open door policy. You got a no door policy.
The roof is open. Everybody can walk in and out at the same time. Like so okay. All right. Hey. We open this door, so I'm about to go ahead and slam that doggone thing in. Okay. So you weren't here when we talked about the Jada Will Smith thing. You wasn't here when we talk about the.
Just said my door is locked. My dog is
If my door is locked and my dog is leaving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold up. So, E, you was not here when we talked about Will Smith and Jada. All right. So I need to rewind the whole conversation back, right? Because I know. So E, again, take me back to that moment, right? Your first reaction, and then everything that's gone on that has transpired after that. I need to get E's take on it because again, I got all of the guys' takes, and we had some healthy debate because Zoe was tripping. But E, I need to get what say ye about the slap heard around the world.
Truly, we have 7 minutes. I'm gonna talk quick. Y'all don't get mad, but when it first happened, I'm not lying, I felt nauseous. That doesn't ever happen.
So did my wife. My wife. She went to sleep.
I'm not one of those people that gets nauseous by something that I didn't ingest physically. You know what I'm saying? I don't just get nauseous. Y'all, I got nauseous. I felt sick. I was like, what in the world was going on? Then after that, I felt the fight or flight feelings where I wanted to feel like I wanted to fight or run. I felt like it was just a lot. And here's my take because we don't have all night. And this is how I felt when it happened. I haven't even given no weight to anything that's happened after that. I haven't even revisited it because I'm really over it. I do not believe at all. I never did. The night of, I do not believe that the way Will responded was about Jada at all. I don't. The reason I say that is because when he got up to speak, not forget everything else that happened, that he laughed when it happened, and let's say he got clear and he got up to speak. He didn't mention her. He didn't really look at her. He didn't say, usually I'm good, but that woman over there brings out something in me that I can't control. He let the folks know what his issue was. My issue is you in a business where people think they can talk about you, say anything to you, and you're supposed to play nice, and I'm over that. I'm paraphrasing. And this man let y'all know I was fed up. I had it up here and I handled it. I don't think it had anything to do with her. And the reason I say that is because he could have, if he had mentioned her name or said anything, or right when it happened, he could have leaned over and said, you good? We can leave right now if you want to. I don't care nothing about none of this stuff. I care about your health and safety. Are you good? We can get out of here. If it was about her, his eyes would have been on her. Everything would have been about her, toward her, to her. Instead, he laughed, saw she wasn't happy. Okay, sick him. Let me go up here and act like I'm the man. I'm protecting family. I think that Will has been on a fake healing journey ever since last. And I think that it's been this whole let me tour and do a book and put out all this stuff. But I don't believe this man has been able to really heal from all of the embarrassment and the disrespect that he has endured, even prior to what happened with his wife's behaviors and all of that. His sons and wanting to be saying, "Hey,
emancipated." He wanted to be emancipated.
My daddy no more, and my parents. I want to be emancipated from my parents, and moving out at 16, and people going crazy and treating Willow crazy, and then people coming out after their marriage. There's been years of people coming after them. So I just think the man got tired, and he put in his book. If you haven't read it, he did. I did. Mm-hmm. Put in that book, I got a side to me that people don't know. I've created a nice guy routine as a defense mechanism, but I got a bad side to me. And I think Philly just came out. I don't think it has anything to do with her. So the people coming on saying, "Oh man, because he's taking up with his wife," she later said, which I thought, wow, I thought she was gonna play the facade. She came out and said, "I don't need." Sorry. I don't need a man to protect me.
In the Olympics,
See,
for
see,
worst
Erica-
wife in the world, in the Olympics, I think Jada would place. Worst wives in the world, I think Jada would place. She might take the gold, but there's some bad ones out there. But she might take the gold. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. First and foremost, like, you don't have to. Whatever you and your husband talk about, in terms of you agree with him or don't agree with him, is what y'all talk about. But you don't come out on no interview and undermine him after all. The whole world is coming after his neck, and then you gonna put your 2 cents in talking about I don't need no man. I wish somebody would have smacked you up there. Like, come on, you are so bad. You are so bad. You didn't go up there and smack Regina Hall when she was talking about y'all got an open relationship and it was okay for Will to go up there. Who's defending who here? Okay? And I said this the week of. Will Smith is a victim. Now, I agree with you, Erica. I agree with you. But my problem is, and this is a lot of black men, they don't get the help that they need because they're still functional. If you are functional, then you're not going to get the help that you need because you're still useful to somebody else. Will Smith, as broken as he is, he can make a hit movie. Okay, he can still make a company, a production studio, $100 million by being on their movie. So they're not gonna. Nobody corporate in Hollywood is gonna do anything because he's still functional. Nobody in his doggone family is gonna do anything because he is the meal ticket. And I, oh my gosh, when I look at what Jada has been like doing to this man's masculinity, when I believe what he's done to his family unit, you aired his family's dirty laundry out there. You made him get up on in front of everybody on your red table talk and told him that you was doing what you was doing and who you was doing it with, and he had to sit there and take it like that.
He minimized it and called it an entanglement. A word, which means that was a research term. And when you look it up, you're like, oh, she went and found this one. This is her word.
Oh yeah, she looked up in Webster's. She went to Webster's.
And he even repeated it back to you like that's what we doing. And oh yeah, it was an entanglement.
And then he corrected and said, no, it was a relationship. Well, yeah, it was a relationship. We didn't call it a relationship then.
Clear, I was feeling him and he was feeling me. Let me go.
What? So healing? That's what we calling that? Healing?
Pastor Al Green.
Healing. Yeah, we call it healing now.
Pastor Al Green. What do you call it?
Sexual healing. That's what we calling it.
We healing now, Erica?
That's what we call it. But again, you made this. That could have been a conversation that never saw the light of day. Never saw the light of day. Nobody had to see you emasculate him like that, and now everybody saw it. So now he becomes the butt of every joke, and you put him in the ire of some of the worst people to be in the ire of publicly. Comedians, they wake up in the middle of the night because something funny. Like they wake up in the middle of the night to make a joke about something. If I was to ever get slapped by Will Smith, this is what I would say. This is what they do. This would I guarantee you, Dave Chappelle got a whole routine if somebody was to ever get up and try to do something with Dave Chappelle. Like Chris Rock.
Like I feel like Chris Rock. This was his attempt to not joke about the obvious. Everybody has had their way with the entanglement. So he's like, let me go another way. Let me do something different. You know.
But again, I'm gonna go back to this. Will Smith, because he's functional, he's not getting the help that he needs. He will never get the help that he needs, and that is the tragedy, the biggest tragedy to me, because I see a broken man up there. Like, do you think, like, and again, because I had people in medium places, I knew what happened in between the commercials, and then it came out afterwards. But the people that were comforting him was not his wife.
You know what's that?
The people that were comforting him was not his wife. He had to get comforted by Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington, and then after that, he had to get comforted by Bradley Cooper.
And it's agent. Yeah. Anybody.
to me that's trash. That's trash. Like if I'm upset, you know who the first person is gonna come to me like and will be protective of me in that moment because she don't want nobody else to see like that side of me because Will is not uncommon in that area. I think everybody has a side of them that they don't like see. Like we all put on representations of ourselves. We all do. All right. Everybody's got something in them that they don't want to get out. Right. But you know what's gonna happen if I was to ever get on that level and my wife is with me? She is so protective of me in that space. She don't want nobody around me. She don't want nobody around me, nobody to touch, nobody to talk to me, nobody.
Think about how we are with just cousins, family members, aunties, uncles. Oh, I can get mad and go clean up on them. You ain't gonna say nothing about it.
Right.
None of that. So my thing is like, even with the people trying to be like, oh, we were upset and we was whatever and whatever, people coming up, why you know, man, she was not even there to be like, all right, even if I think he wrong, guess what?
Right.
Y'all ain't finna be saying nothing. How about
Exactly.
that?
Exactly.
Look, I'm gonna just say this, I'm gonna let it go. You done had Offset do all weirdo stuff. Cardi B saying, what you not gonna do? She come out and say she mad and come out and he cheated. What y'all not gonna do is come for my man. We like,
and that's basic basement level stuff. That's basement level stuff that should be prevalent in the relationship. And he has this huge persona, and the foundation is crumbling. And we see that broken man all across of our TV screens. We'll watch his movies, but we won't get him help. Man, get me out of here, man. This is sad to me. This is real sad to me. Because again, I'm upset at everybody in his circle. I'm upset at Jada the most because I think that is what you sign up for when you be married. When that person is broken, you the person that's supposed to restore them. That's what you called to do in that marriage, to restore one another. All right. If he and he's put it out there in the book, you said it. He felt like a coward all of his life. He felt like because he didn't stick up for his mom that you know that moment is in him. So then if you know this, the first person that should be like, he's vulnerable. He's upset. He's doing he is literally breaking right now. And everything that man has built for years, decades, is unraveling right before you. And you gonna sit yourself down there and laugh at this man throwing away his career again. What you not finna do is tear down this. It was supposed to be this man's night. Let my wife get upset for an Oscar or Academy Award or a Grammy or something. You can call me all types of what you want to call me, but I guarantee you what you won't do is mess up her night. I'ma sit there like I'm deaf, like I was in Coda. I'ma sit there.
Because especially since she said a couple days before, guys, it was not even 3 days before this event that she was asked about her bald head, and she said, "Y'all get this bald head. I don't care nothing about what y'all think. I think I look beautiful." So when people say he protected her, cause come on, y'all went for that. But
that in the tailpipe. And Zoe was one of those people. That's why I was saying he was tripping. He was tripping. Zoe was one of those people saying, well, yeah, man, I feel like that's what it was. Zoe, you was tripping that day, and I wish we had more time to get into your position that you took. But I ain't gonna ride with it. I'm not gonna do it.
We're gonna leave because when you get
I said it.
Man is hurting.
I said it then.
No, he to come off a couch and get in God's face. You say God is calling him to slap people to sleep.
So God don't give 2 cents about Chris Rock, huh? God don't care nothing about Chris Rock face. That's what you saying.
I gotta slap you down because God told me to. I need you to really go take a nap. I need you to get healed up for real because Oprah couch ain't working. You hear me?
Nope.
I don't care. That man needs help.
Professional help.
He's hurting. And it's hard for people to say that when it comes to a man, and don't let him be a black man. We just think the whole world ain't supposed to carry it. The man is hurting. He's still embarrassed. He's still hurting. He got emasculated. And his wife said she was healing a teenager. Okay, you're right, I'm taking it back. Her son, best friend, she had to heal him.
Greg, yes, this is live.
Like, this is happening right now. Greg.
This is happening right now.
That's why we can't censor that out, Greg.
Are you guys done with your final word? Because my final word has absolutely nothing to do with.
And you better find the word that got something to do with so, because you
No, I have.
You said. I said what I said. So what was you gonna say?
I have a final word. It's just not this. I'm just waiting for y'all to get done.
Okay, we can be done.
No, I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
rushing you. I'm not. You don't get to rolling your neck on
No, I
this.
didn't get to hear your take last week, but I imagine you thought that he was protecting his wife and all the things.
I mean. Okay. So if you want to hear what I said last week, I simply said I don't condone violence, but I understand him slapping Chris Rock. Now I understand that there's consequences and repercussions with him slapping Chris Rock. I get it. I understand. I get it. At the end of the day, I understand. That's it.
Okay.
And what I said is your understanding of him doing it does not negate the fact that it was totally out the wazoo. It was uncalled for, unnecessary. Dare I say, illegal. So all of that saying that you understand, unless your understanding gonna post bail if he was to actually press charges, y'all can understand. Y'all can understand everything. Everybody got high opinions. Oh, that's what he should. Well, then everybody started GoFundMe for Will Smith in order to get his stuff back, because he's losing a lot of money after this. So, yo, Chip, you got 5 on it. You got 5 on it because you understand.
I'll give you. I can throw you a couple dollars.
Yeah.
I'll throw you a couple dollars.
Man, get out of here.
That man knows. He knows that he's outside of himself. He knows that. And what I mean by outside of himself, not that he wasn't capable, that he would. This wouldn't have been the night if he was sober. And I don't mean regular alcohol. I mean healthy. If he was healthy, there's no way he would have jeopardized that night, the night of all the people that worked so tirelessly with him. That was not Chris Rock. That slap was for Jada.
Who was the first person that needed to be slapped?
That slap was for her. And then after that, it was for August. And people say, why a slap and not a punch? Because a slap is the most disrespectful thing you could do.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And so he slapped Jada first, and he slapped August, and then he probably slapped his kids, a couple of things. That probably slapped the dude that, was abusing his mom. Those are things that he's kept up for a very, very long time. I don't think it was about his wife at all. This wasn't a bar fight. This was all over the world, y'all. Walking from the back of the room up to the front and accosting and assaulting a coworker. Nah. And I do not think, and I'm going to tell you right now, get mad all you want. He wouldn't have walked up on Steve Harvey.
Nope. He would have got shot.
He would have walked up on none of these other cats.
Yes.
He knew he could slap Chris Rock. And it ain't because Chris Rock weak, it's because he knows he's a class act. If he had walked up and slapped these other guys, like, oh, he's slapping. Bruh, wouldn't have happened. So I understand he's selective in his anger. Oh, we will start a GoFundMe for Sticks and Stones so y'all can go international.
Not a bad idea.
Now we talking.
Not a bad idea.
I throw some dollars into that too.
I would too.
You better not put no money towards Will Smith. You better put everything you got into the Sticks and Stone. Will Smith can handle his own self.
He can handle himself. And I'll go to the house and go get some help for him. Because Oprah gonna say, all your agents and all, they gonna say, you're bigger than this. Go out, put out a book, boy.
If I see one thing, and if I see a red table talk off of it, I promise you, somebody need to go ahead and burn this whole thing to the ground.
Okay.
Burn it to the ground.
Stop it. Why we call it a fire table talk?
A fire table talk, because it's burnt. Everything's burning right now.
Okay, one more thing. You remember when Snoop Dogg got angry at Gayle because she kind of bamboozled Lisa, was it Lisa? Kobe Bryant had just passed away, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say the wrong one. I really don't. What's the female basketball player that was really close to Kobe? She came out and it was
Sabrina, the girl.
who?
Was it the white girl? That's
No, it's a black lady. Is it Lisa? I can't think of her name.
Lisa Leslie.
Yes, I think it was Lisa Leslie. I think she
Okay.
was interviewing with Gail King, and Gail King was supposed to be talking about just Lisa and her and Kobe Bryant's life and all that, and she shifted mid conversation and goes, "So how did you feel when he was accused of sexual assault?" And Lisa kept her composure. She was very direct and just said, basically, I'm here to talk about his legacy and things he did well. I'm not going to discuss that, blah. And Snoop Dogg got so mad about this. Bunch of folks got mad, but Snoop got so mad that he came on his Instagram and called Gail King out of her name, calling her a female dog. A few weeks after that, Jada had him on her show. And she said to him, I had to bring you in because when you called her that name, I felt like you were calling my mother that. I felt like you were calling my grandmother that. I felt like you were calling my ancestors that. And I would like to ask her, not that she'll ever watch this, but Jada, when your husband slapped Chris, did you think he was slapping W.E.B. Du Bois? Did you think he was slapping Frederick Douglass? Did you think that he slapped your grandfather? Did he slap Nat Turner? Did you feel that he slapped all of the male ancestors and the men in your family? I asking for a friend. I know that hit deep, even though he probably one of your best friends. If I count the number of times he called women bees, I'd be here for the rest of my life. But just wanted to know if you felt the slap of your ancestors when Will, physically assaulted them in your name, in your honor. That's what they say.
And you laughed. And you laughed after.
You laughed after. And put out something, healing is taking place, and I'm here for it. So I don't know what. Maybe him slapping somebody is healing him like August healed you. There's a lot happening. Let's go. Those are my final words. Have a good night. I'm back. Okay.
Lee, you got anything? Any final words you want to?
It's good to have E back. It's good to be back in the family. It's good to have her back in the fold. We definitely missed her. My final words, man, shoot. I don't even want to go. I'm not gonna go down that. Don't follow the yellow brick road. Because I definitely think that there's gonna be a wizard at the end of this one. But what I want to say. What I want to say, we started out talking about marriage and stuff, other stuff, and I made the assumption that love is the base thing, but I truly believe it. I truly believe it. However, there will never be a fruitful relationship in your life. I'm talking not only marriage, but a relationship with a mother and a son, or mother. Like all relationships require a base level of love. It is the only thing that can compel us to change. So, marriage, marriage is for grown-ups. You got a whole lot of grown kids out here trying to do it. So, I'm out.
My final words. First of all, to all of y'all saying that Zoe ain't gonna never get married, hopefully that's not the case. But
yeah,
we'll
we
see
just
what
find
happens.
it right now.
My final words actually kind of pivots off of this topic. So the next time we go live, which will be on Friday, there will definitely be something that we will be having to discuss and or address, and that is the conclusion, or I guess the next phase of the Dwight Reed saga. On April 13th, which is this Wednesday, Bishop Senegal and a group of other bishops and pastors plan on going to Iowa and I quote, because I'm going to read from the official statement. They are going to Iowa, and I quote, to hold a press conference, meet with local law enforcement and government, and to host a service to strengthen, encourage, and empower those that have courageously made their exit from a place alleged to have damaged so many people and so many lives. So my final words. We gonna talk about it on Friday because whatever goes down there is gonna be something that we will, we can't really get around. But let me just say this. I want to say this before it happens because I want this to be on the record. I think this whole thing is a joke. I think it started nobly, but now it's a joke. And there are many reasons why I think it's a joke. Some of those reasons y'all know, but it's inside info, and because I don't have permission to share it, I'm not gonna share it. But it's a joke. I think that Bishop Senegal, though his cause was noble and it started noble, I think he took the bait.
Got too big for his britches. Is what you say. He got too big for his britches.
Yeah, and instead of this being about helping people that are being abused and people that are abusing now this is a personal shouting match between Dwight Reed and Bishop Senegal, and Bishop Senegal is going to be a gospel gangster and pull up to Iowa, and instead of him trying to throw hands, he's going to hold a press conference and use big words to talk about him. So that's just what it is. I think this whole thing is a joke, and I think that if he really did care about all the stuff that he's talking about, there's some and this is just me talking out loud and me kind of saying it without saying it. There are some people in your messages that's been trying to hit you up for the services that you said that you was gonna give them, and you ghosting them. You should pick up the phone, big dog. You should pick up the phone.
If y'all think y'all can miss Friday, I know it's Good Friday. It's Good Friday, but it's gonna be a real Good Friday.
It's a joke. Whole thing. The thing with Bishop Senegal and Dwight Reed, like them going, the cause is noble. The cause is noble. Them pulling up and all this other stuff, it's a joke, G.
It's a distraction. It's a joke.
Because there ain't nothing sincere about it.
For marriage.
Nothing sincere about it. This is a joke. This is a joke.
So you saying? So what you trying to say is?
I don't.
No more than what I said. I'm not saying no more than what I said.
You can
I said what I said.
it's mad, and we need to
I'm not saying no more than what I said. What I said is what I said. I don't got permission to share no details, so I'm not going to.
I was trying to work for you guys, Sticks and Stones audience. I was trying to get it out. Trying to get it out of there.
I don't have to. And look, and this is real talk. This is real talk. Like I have no interest in trying to say things and disclose information for some kind of personal gain or for everybody to see me and know who I am. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in protecting the people that are involved. So because of my interest to protect the people that are involved, I'm not going to share details unless they say it's cool.
Right.
Yeah, say it with your chest, though.
With that being said, all I'm gonna say is Bishop Senegal, pick up the phone. That's all I'm gonna say.
Say it with your chest, Zoe. Say it with your chest. So you ain't looking for no clout. You know who you are. You Zoe. Y'all know who he is. Y'all know who he is. I got trending. My first video was trending. Y'all know who I am.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Good enough. Mama Elkins, I was hoping you was here tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, 2 words, love and respect, man. Marriage. Look.
Yes, respect. There's a whole lot of stuff got to go in that house. Whole lot of stuff.
We'll see what happens, man. We may even have to go live a day early, depending on what happens on Wednesday. We'll see what happens.
Uh-oh.
But this is ridiculous. But in the meantime, we appreciate you guys. And thank y'all for watching. We've been saying this every week. Make sure that you guys have subscribed to the Sticks and Stones YouTube channel. Sticks and Stones will only be going live on LSC Official and Lively Stones Facebook page for a limited amount of time. So when that switch does happen, make sure that you guys are subscribed to the Sticks and Stones YouTube channel. You see the information scrolling on the bottom right now. Make sure you guys are also following Sticks and Stones on Instagram. Those will be the 2 ways to stay connected to us as we continue to go live and talk about the things that are going on in our community. But make sure that you guys are following Sticks and Stones on YouTube, because like I said before, Sticks and Stones will only be going live to LSC Official for a limited amount of time. Immediately after this live feed is over, you will not be able to rewatch it on LSC Official or Lively Stones Facebook page. If you want to rewatch it or the Sticks and Stones YouTube channel, you'll see everything that we've done, and you'll be able to rewatch all of it. So with that being said, we love you guys. We appreciate y'all. Sticks and Stones may break your bones.
These words will help you.
Appreciate y'all.
Be careful out there.